Here we go. Give me another minute. All right, folks. Let's try this again. I just did 5 minutes and the camera said it was on. It wasn't on. 2025 Pigeon Forge Rod Run. We are getting ready to unveil classic restorations of Southern Indiana. A car, obviously not this one. I'm just showing you around while we gather some people. They can get in here. And I'm kind of down on one corner, so I apologize. I don't have the whole show to roam through. But this inside is the inside part of the show, the LeConte Center. There is a outside portion. They have trolleys to take you up to the outside portion because now it's up on the hill. As you can see, there's a bunch of beautiful cars in the building. And we are going to actually unveil two this morning. We got one coming from Classic Restorations of Southern Indiana, and we got another one coming from Nichols Paint and Fab. So, without any longer wait, let me see if I can get Dustin to tell us a little bit about what he's got going on. Try to get through all these folks. Excuse me, brother. Yeah.
Scotty.
Hey, Dustin, what's up, brother?
Not much. How you doing?
Yeah, we're gonna try this again.
All right.
I gave you a second try.
All right,
on
good.
this.
Second take.
You know nothing's guaranteed with ScottieDTV.
That's right. That's right.
Tell me what we got going on here, brother.
So we got a 1966 Corvette we just finished up to debut here at the Scottie D Dirty Dozen. It's all original restoration, NCRS correct, all that fun stuff that we like to do. It's for Michael Siebert, his owner, out of Louisville, Kentucky, and looking forward to showing it around this year and letting everybody see it.
Right on. What's the history of the car?
So, kind of a long story. The car was originally delivered in California. We believe it was more than likely a woman's car based on the option package that's in it. By early 70s, it ended up in Texas. We got receipts where they did a motor rebuild in Texas for it. And then by 1976, it ended up in Kentucky area. The customer that owns it, he was fresh out of the military and all that stuff. Just started his career with the phone service and was looking for a new car. So he went to the local Chevy dealership and was looking at a brand new 1976 Corvette. But this car was also sitting on the used car lot. So at the time, it was red, had custom wheels on it, a couple other things done to it. Well, being you know, a daily driver, he wanted a warranty, so he ended up buying the brand new 76 Corvette, which he still has to this day, and we fully restored for him as well. Well, a good friend of his at the phone company bought the 66, and he kept in touch with him all these years, and about 10, 15 years ago, the guy called him up out of the blue and said, hey, you interested in the 66? And he said, sure. So he bought it and ended up having both cars that he wanted back in 1976, and we started, I guess right after COVID, we started the restoration on this one, and of course completely took it off the frame, whole 9 yards, nut bolt restoration, and it's finally finished and ready to make its appearance today.
Awesome. I tell people that Dustin can build a custom car, but your true forte to me is this right here.
Yeah, I enjoy the restoration stuff. It's a challenge in its own, trying to figure out how they did it back then and try to replicate the things they did, you know, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Right.
Unfortunately, we got to put a lot of the ugly back in them. Right. Which kind of on my custom side hates that. I want everything to be perfect and correct, you know, and the best it can be. But you know, you got to give and take for NCRS, and you know, you got to take your points losses where you know you're going to lose them, but make sure you get them made up where you can. So.
And you were telling me it's even possible to over restore one and lose points because it's over restored.
We going into judging, we automatically know we're going to lose points on paint because they're going to tell us it's too slick, it's too nice. We always put stainless brake and fuel lines on it for longevity. We lose points on that. You know, and a few other little odds and ends that, you know, when you're spending the money it costs to restore one of these things, you don't want an ugly car when you get done. And to be honest, these cars in the 60s, they weren't that nice. You know, the manufacturing then was not what it is today. You know, all that changed in the 80s and 90s. You know, they really had to step up their game. But in the 60s, no two of them were the same. You know, on these Corvettes, it even says in the judging manual, from the body line down, there should be hardly any paint on it. Well, you can't charge what we charge for a paint job and not put paint on it. So.
Nor could I pay what you charge for a paint job and there not be paint on it.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, you want good quality and nice, you know, nice paint for, you know, whenever you do one of these restorations. And it's just, it's the points we're willing to lose, but we just make sure everything else is right.
There's a business on the other side of them points.
Exactly. You know, the goal is to have a certain percentage. You know, you get 2,000 total points, so you need a 95 or up to get a top flight. So 95%, and that's what we shoot for. You know, there is no perfect, 100% car. There never has been. There never will be. So,
well, let's not wait any longer.
Right.
Let's take a look at this thing. Let's get Will and yeah. Oh wow! I'm telling you that, like I said, Dustin can build a custom car. He's built some cool ones, but this restoration stuff is really wow. That is nice, brother. And in yellow, I'm telling you, it's nice. Is that the original color?
That is absolutely the original color. That is 1966 Sunfire Yellow.
Sunfire Yellow.
Yep, very close to butternut. Just a little shade or two different than butternut yellow.
Man,
it was a Corvette only color.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How many years was it available?
2 years. It was available in '66 and '67.
Okay. No, and were those, I guess, what, gold line tires?
Gold line tires, yes. That was a factory option.
Wow.
First year for gold lines.
Can I see under the hood?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, folks, we're going to have a full feature coming on this. This is just the unveil this morning, but I want you to be able to see, oh, man. If you ever wanted to see one nicer than new, but what they looked like when they were sitting on the showroom floor, this is the place to come see one of these Corvettes. Because, again, Classic Restorations, Dustin, he does it as good as anybody. And when he says he takes one back to stock, he's talking about frame markings and chassis markings and all that stuff. Like he said, some of that stuff he doesn't want to do because he's just refinished it, and now he's got to go put a paint swash on it or a dot or something, just to show that it was came down the assembly line and been approved. So, yeah, no, just a beautiful car, brother.
Thank you very much.
No, I hope you have a good show, and I hope that your customer enjoys their car, gets out. I think that at some point you show it, and then you get to drive it a little.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's exactly the plan.
I mean, because it was built to drive in the beginning, and here it is.
That's right.
No, very cool, brother. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So there you go. Classic Restorations of Southern Indiana's 1966 Corvette. First time anybody's seen it, because when you unveil one with Scottie D, it's like Detroit, baby. Nobody could see it before. Even in the program, it was just a picture of the bumper. But I knew it would be a nice one. I'm very familiar with Dustin's work, so I knew he would deliver. So again, come out and see us. 2025 Pigeon Forge Rod Run happening in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, the LeConte Center. Hope you all have enjoyed it. We will be back with Nichols' unveil in just a minute. So, see you.